Hey you guys, so I wanted to make a little video to share with you guys why I drink Shakeology every day and what value it's added to myself and my family. I'm actually about to have my chocolate today. I drink vegan chocolate every day, and I usually have it for breakfast or lunch, just depends on my day. Today I'm having it for lunch. But I wanted to share with you why I drink it and what it's done for me because it's been a real lifesaver. So, about 14 months ago is when I started my journey, and I started with Shakeology as well as P90X3. And when I started, I didn't have goals that were physical goals. I mean, I wanted to be in better shape. Everyone wants to tone up. But my main goals for changing were to change my health and to change the path that my family was starting to go on. So when I grew up, I was a competitive cheerleader, and so was my sister, and my brother was a competitive baseball player. And we had full time working mom and dad. And my dad also coached baseball in his spare time. So we were a very busy family, and it was convenient, I feel like, for us to go through the drive through. So that's kind of what I learned. And it was fast, and I didn't really pay attention to what I was eating because I was a kid, obviously. And so as I grew up to a young adult, I was using these same habits with myself and my husband. I would eat fast food, for lunch and dinner. Sometimes on the weekends, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is so horrible and so expensive. And so my eye opener was last year when my kids, I'd ask them, hey, what do you guys want for lunch today? And they'd say, oh, can we go to Old McDonald's? Well, that to me was like, oh my gosh, like, Kelly, wake up. Like, what are you doing to your kids? Because this is what they know. And now we live in a society where people are starting to become more conscious of what they're putting in their bodies. And so it has been my goal to make my kids learn to eat healthy, not any other way. I also used to be an avid soda drinker, and I would drink, I don't know, probably a 6 pack of Dr. Pepper a day. I'd just go in the morning and get a huge one and I'd sip it throughout the day. So one thing I've never allowed my kids to have was soda, just because I feel like if they don't know what it is, they won't want it. And so that to me is why I started, to be healthy from the inside out. So when I started drinking Shakeology, it was because it was convenient, it was super easy to make, and it was saving me a ton of money. And that is something that I feel like I get asked a lot or mentioned to a lot, is that Shakeology is expensive. Well, in my opinion, it's completely priceless, because you can't go out and get a healthy meal for under $10, like to get a chicken salad or anything that could be even close to comparing to what's in one serving of Shakeology. You can't get it for $4 a day. Like, it's crazy. You can't. So I was spending, gosh, in fast food, like one meal is $5 to $10, and it's crap. Like, it's made me feel bad. I had horrible acne, and I just felt awful as soon as I ate it. And then an hour later, I was hungry again, because it triggers your brain to think that you need that food. So for me, this little shake has been a lifesaver, and I've been drinking it straight for 14 months now. And last October, I went to give blood with a friend, and I said, hey, just so you know, before we go, I might not be able to do it because in years past, I've always had super low iron, borderline anemic. And so I just gave her a warning, like, hey, I'm probably not going to be able to do this. And so I told the tech when she was doing the little questionnaire thing before, the same thing. And she tested my iron, and I said, well, what would be a good iron? Like, what would you have to eat to have that? And she said, well, you'd have to eat a ton of leafy greens. And she said that typically people that had good iron were actually people that ate a lot of bad foods, like red meats and things, because not very many people eat a lot of leafy greens. And so I said, oh, okay, we were just talking. Well, she tested my iron, and she was like, kind of looked shocked. And I was like, it's not good, huh? Like, I just had a feeling I wasn't going to be able to do it. And she goes, no. She goes, the exact opposite. She goes, this is the highest iron level that I have seen in a woman, as long as she's been a tech. And I said, really? And I said, that's so crazy. And then it dawned on me, there are so many leafy superfood ingredients in Shakeology. Like, that had to be why I was able to give blood. And I just thought, gosh, as if it's not already a gift enough for my health, being able to gift somebody now with my blood, like, that is just kind of amazing to me. And to go a little further with my health, I lifelong struggle with IBS. And about a month into drinking Shakeology, after my body kind of adjusted to all of the ingredients that I was putting in there, I have been now clear of IBS since the last 13 months. So it has been a huge impact on me that way. And more than the convenience factor, I just know that I'm putting something healthy in my body. There's no artificial sweeteners, artificial flavors, and no soy. So that in itself is way better than what I was even, I used to think I was healthy going to Costco and getting a protein whey shake. And now looking back at the labels, now that I'm conscious of what I'm putting in my body, it was the complete most awful thing you could do. But we're so trained to think that we need a protein shake. And so now I'm really conscious of reading ingredient labels. And for me, Shakeology has everything and then some that I think you could put in your body to fight off any diseases, and a preventative maintenance plan, if you will. So, point of my story is I will be a Shakeology for lifer, and it's changed my life. My husband drinks it every day. My son loves it. My picky daughter will do it on occasion, but she's kind of super picky. But yeah, so we drink it every day, and I couldn't imagine my life without it, and it's changed so many other lives around me. I have friends and customers that have lost weight, 12 pounds in a week just drinking Shakeology, like no workouts. I mean, there's workouts out there. We have state of top of the art workouts, but you could do any workout really and see some results. But nutrition is like 90% of it. So if you're eating bad, you can't outwork a bad diet. And if you get your nutrition in check first, you could do any workout. I love to work out at home. It's convenient for me. But you could be an avid runner. You could go outdoors and enjoy hiking or different things. And if your nutrition's in check, then that'll help. Obviously, the working out is for muscle definition and strength. But anyways, I know what I'm putting in my body is 100% good for me and for my kids, and I'm teaching them good habits. And to me, that's life-changing. And so I just love to share something I'm passionate about and pay it forward. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks.